Hey everybody, it's Gail, and I am here with Z Buckets. So a couple of years ago, I was trying to be a little more organized about how I kept track of my in-progress projects, and I was like, I should get some cute buckets, and as you see, I did. Problem. I was off work for 3 weeks because of surgery recovery from the smollering, and now I have more projects than buckets. So not my best work, but I thought we would go through what's in all of the buckets so that you know things that might be coming up on the channel soon. And I also have one thing that's not in a bucket. Oh, boo. Anyway, let's start with, you know what? We will start with the giraffe. This is Sunny the giraffe. And Sunny is holding more than one project. So we have, this is a skirt I am making out of Knit Picks Dishy. And then once I get that part of it done, I will be using these skeins of Curio, which is also from Knit Picks, to put a top on it. So it'll be all one piece, it'll be a dress, but the top of it will be thread, the bottom part will be the worsted weight. And that's, I'm really looking forward to that. That's a sudden change on the plans for both of those yarns, so it's very funny to me. Second, oh, we got a loose one. Second off in the giraffe bucket is this that was going to be a top for the new boobs, as you can see, but I didn't actually double check the width of what was supposed to be the strap along the back, and it's too big. And rather than trying to fix it, I'm going to turn this into a skirt and then make these into pockets. I think. We'll see how it goes. But the top of this, you will notice, is a multicolored yarn. I believe it's Malabrigo sock yarn. I don't have the tag for it. And then this is more thread because I just have a lot of thread lying around, so we're putting it to use. And then lastly, the oh, it's in the travel bag. I'm making a halter top with this yarn, but the actual in-progress yarn is in the ball sack because I took it to the show the other night. But anyway. Hey, a quick interjection from me as I'm editing. I mentioned my ball sack, and I wanted to make sure that you understood that when I was talking about my ball sack, I was not being crass. I was being crass with glitter. This was an Etsy find. If it is still available, I will link it in the basement. And now, back to the actual video. This is a very auspicious start to all of this, so we're just gonna, alright, load you back up. That's one bucket.
Dung.
Dung. Next up, we're going to do the owl bucket. I love my owl bucket. So the owl bucket is holding on to the yarn for the rebuild of the Nightwing costume. So I have a Nightwing jacket. You might remember back when I started posting regularly again, one of my early videos was a yarn haul, and that yarn haul included this yarn. But now I need more yarn because rather than making the jacket as planned, I've decided to make a very 1980s Dynasty style gown because I'm extra. And so the rest of this bucket is just all of the bits of yarn I have right now, but I can't really continue with the process of working on this until I get the rest of the skirt yarn, which is supposed to be here in a few days. So that's that one. What else do we have? Okay. Panda bucket. Panda bucket is actually holding the pasties dress, which I have filmed the first half of the video for, but when I got to filming it, I realized it doesn't look quite right, so I'm currently editing the pasties dress, which is why I have various pieces of it. And then I'm using this I'm using this yarn to make those edits. You'll see all of that in one big video later. And then the other thing in the Panda bucket is this freehand skirt that I'm doing. This is all hand beaded, and I need more beads, which will also be in the next yarn haul, which is coming on Thursday. And it takes like 2 to 2.5 hours to string all 500 beads in a package. And you can do this much with 500 beads. So that's what I know for certain. Alright, and you will all go back in here with your brethren. Unicorn basket. This one's nice and easy. This is the beginnings of the Queen of Hearts cosplay. This is the beginning of the front skirt of the Queen of Hearts cosplay. I am working on a long form video about this one because it's gonna take a while. Also, I get the feeling I'm gonna have to learn some new stuff while doing it, so I thought it would be fun to film that one all the way through. The lion bucket actually just has yarn. None of this yarn has yet been taken apart to start making into other things. This is Lion Brand Kobu. I used it for a pattern that I made for a family friend, and I thought it was lovely. So I bought a bunch in a color that is more me to make myself a very cute 70s dress. I'm very excited about it. Put that there. This is Koala Bucket. This is Raphael. And the Koala Bucket is holding a mesh blouse that I am working on. I'm actually making this with a yarn that is, it's a fingering weight yarn, and it's actually calls for a lace weight yarn. So I've had to do some maths, but so far so good. And it's being made out of Red Heart It's a Wrap, which I've really enjoyed working with. And also in this bucket, sorry, I'm missing a piece of this one. Anyway. Also in this bucket is this slightly threatening banner I've been working on.
It's upside down.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Well, done. Get done. There we go.
There we go.
So this is a mosaic crochet pattern. I set this one up on Stitch Fiddle. I am making it for a friend who is very, very patient because I tend to work on it in, I do like a whole chunk of it and then it doesn't get worked on for a couple of months. So that friend is very patient and I am appreciative. And then lastly, out of all of the buckets, we have this freehand blanket in the Fox bucket. So I am working a pattern just that I sort of came up with on the fly. And these are all post stitches here. And now I'm working on this flat section of just half double crochets. That's going to go all the way up to make up the rest of the blanket. And then I will be using surface crochet to do the rest of these details. This is actually going to be a landscape when I'm done. Although right now I'm not really sure what it looks like. It does not look like a landscape. And then lastly, in projects that are being worked on, but I ran out of buckets, I have this stack of hexagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 hexagons. I need 40 of them. This is Knit Picks Brava. And that is only the very beginning of what I need for this absolutely ridiculous 1920s coat that I have finally decided to start on. And it is going to be all the brightest colors in the world.
Sorry, babe.
Scene stealer. It is going to be all the brightest colors in the world, and I look forward to showing it to you. It is literally a couple of hundred motifs, and I believe the motifs are labeled A through X. It's a lot of motifs, but we'll get to that one eventually. So that is the buckets. That's everything that's getting worked on. Some of this may not actually make it onto the channel when it's done. It kind of depends on if I feel like there's anything really interesting to say. But if you see something in this video that you do want to see me talk about for certain, just drop me a comment and I will make a note of that so that I remember to make the video when I get there. That's kind of it for this one. If you enjoy what I do here, please like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. I update about every 10 days. And I would like to be the first to welcome the new smaller chest to the channel. It's all very exciting. I'm healing up great. Things are going well. So I will see you when I see you.